electric vehicles, electric batteries is concerned, we're now given to understand Ola Electric is looking at shoring up revenues to the point of $1.5 billion. And all of this comes on the back of the fact that there is less competition when two-wheeler, or as far as two-wheeler EV makers is concerned. Amit, there are 5 to 6 of them, prominent players, and Ola has a major share of the pie, not just the revenue pie, but the market share as far as two-wheeler, electric two-wheelers is concerned.
So what they're eyeing, the revenue that they're eyeing, 1.5 billion, is a 4 times jump. And there is an IPO that is basically looking at generating another 700 million. Operating profits, they are looking at 220 million. So, and this predates the FAME cuts, subsidy. But yeah, it is basically going to become a single largest player in the markets, correct me if I'm wrong, in this space in the times to come.
No, I don't think you're wrong. I think you're absolutely bang on, because it already controls a third of the market. 32% market share is Ola Electric. But this market share, of course, comes on the back of players like TVS and Hero Electric suspending their operations momentarily because there is still confusion over the subsidy refund and whether they will actually have to refund subsidies upwards of 100 crore rupees or so on account of Hero Electric. But Ola Electric, I think, you know, the fun fact here, the interesting trend here, Amit, is that the parent company, which is Ola, is valued at what, $4.8 billion. You just did that story.
Devalued by Vanguard almost 37%.
Right. So present value stands at about 4.8 billion or so.
Yes.
Present day value of billion. Ola, the parent company, which
$4.8 billion.
$4.8 billion. Ola Electric
is $1.5 billion.
No, Ola Electric is $5 billion. Ola Electric is at $5 billion. So I think that is a very interesting fun fact that investors like SoftBank, Temasek, etc. are betting on the future of mobility, which happens to be by way of
HDFC and HDFC Bank repeating itself.
Exactly that, right?
So when your subsidiary becomes bigger than your parent company,
it swallows you up sometimes.
I think a great big bet from Ola to jump into the market, to jump into the fray when the market was hot and picking up, and it's only going to pick up from here on.
And when Ola Electric, Shweta, if you remember the first few e-scooters that came out, the amount of negative press it attracted by way of scooters catching fire because of battery explosions,
burning off,
showrooms coming down pretty much, you know, because one spark somewhere leading to a catastrophe in terms of all bikes parked there catching fire. But I think Ola Electric has very squarely been able to ride over those initial obstacles. And the next bet, I believe, for Ola Electric should be in the battery manufacturing space. And there have been some news reports, unconfirmed, that battery manufacturing is something that Ola Electric will look at seriously. And that completes the entire supply chain. Add to that the four-wheelers. Remember, we were speaking about it about a week ago or so. Yes, even Ola four-wheelers and Ola, not just electric two-wheeler scooters, but even motorcycles by as early as end of this year. So we are talking about four-wheelers, we are talking about electric motorcycles by end of this year. We are talking about an IPO in this financial year. We are talking about profitable revenue reaching $1.5 billion in this financial year. That likely to double in 2 years to about $3 billion. We are talking about an IPO, which we've spoken about $700 million of fundraise. Then we are talking about a four-wheeler by 2025.
So a complete portfolio, strong financials.
We are talking about an existing aggregator model of cabs running, which could eventually also turn electric, which could use these four-wheelers made by Ola, and then a battery manufacturing plant.
That completes the cycle.
That's 100% of the supply chain. And I think that is going to be one big story to write if that happens and when that happens.
But sounds very promising. Sounds very promising from the very start. The massive, I think, jump in revenues for Ola. The fact that it's completed a cycle, portfolio is likely to complete very soon with Ola jumping into fray with a four-wheeler, a motorcycle by the end of the year. I think it's a win-win situation for Ola if it's able to ride on those developments and sustain the momentum.